guys, what's going on? It's a Block Bull right back now, bringing you the latest episode to the channel. Now today we'll focus on XN. We'll also discuss Swiftcoin as well, which is highly correlated with Onyx XN coin. Okay guys, but first and foremost, let's take a quick look at the crypto bubbles. We do have VRA, which is down the biggest loser today, 7.5% actually. However, the Trump and Melania coins are doing okay. There's not much sentiment in the market in terms of are we bullish, are we bearish. It's pretty much a mixed bag, as you can tell now from the crypto bubbles. Okay, but we will dive into the charts now. However, before we do so, we have added new cryptos to the watch list. However, obviously this is free content over on YouTube. So if you guys want exclusive content, you want the AI crypto data, the metrics, the trade setups, the price targets, heat maps, technical indicators, traders lounge, and much more, we have got you covered in there. So make sure to grab the 7-day free trial. The link is also down below in the description. I'll also pin it in the comment section as well if you guys want to experiment. 7-day free trial, no qualms, nothing to ask of you. You know, join, take a look for yourself. If it's not for you, leave by all means. But everyone is saying, you know what, so much value over in the Discord, and that 7-day free trial will be expiring. Okay, I am going to scrap that as well, just for paid subscribers that are serious about trading, that have a lot of money exposed to the markets. And you know what, that pays for itself, yeah, with some of the calls that are coming out now. Even some of the Discord guys are getting some massive calls, right? I was up about 4 or 5K this morning off one of the guys' calls. So big shout out to the Block Bulls over in the Discord. Absolute smashing it. Hats off to you. So you know what? No egos. We don't want egos, guys. Okay, everyone's down to earth. Everybody gets on. And you know what? We're a cohesive team and we are building for this super cycle, guys. So we are going to be collecting the cheddar in this super cycle, guys. Right, without further ado, XCN now. XCN, exactly the same, guys. I'm just covering these charts. These are daily, so not a lot changes other than the fact that we're 1 day closer to collecting the cheddar, okay, with XCN Onyx coin. And I'm going to show you guys, which I've not shown before in sort of recent videos, okay, certainly over the past week or two, because what we've been doing is mainly focusing on this sort of smaller sort of picture, if you will, which is basically in front of your screen today, guys. So we do have the falling wedge, and then we've created that sort of bull pennant coming out of that previous sort of structure. Now, we've highlighted this in yesterday's video where we've got these sort of 3 liquidation spikes, 1, 2, 3, and then we've got this sort of slow grind down now. So we are forming another bull pennant, and it's only a matter of days now before we break out of this bullish structure. Wednesdays and Thursdays do typically are bullish days, because that's traditionally when you get the economic news coming out in the economic calendar, yeah, to do with the Fed, interest rates, CPIs, etc. Wednesday and Thursdays, there's usually high impactful news coming out in the markets. However, let's scroll out. I want to get a better insight as to where XCN and the reason why we're trading at these current prices. Now, what's significant is look at this here. This is noticeable here. This dead cat bounce here when we rolled over into the bear market. We got this pop right here. Yeah, stands out like a sore thumb. Now, this is where the current price action is for XCN. If I actually scroll in close enough, you may be able to see it. There's a really thin and faint sort of dotted red line coming out over across the chart here in this sort of horizontal manner. Now, that is where the current price action is trading. Obviously, it's really difficult to see. So what we've basically done is we brought through resistance, and then we come back down to retest it. And so far, XCN is successfully holding that level of support, which is significant. And I'm going to show you guys now. I'm going to mark it out a little bit more clearer for you guys. So if I actually draw, I'll bring it all the way down here. So that's what I'm trying to catch here, this sort of area of interest, because that is an area of interest for me where sort of buyers and sellers sort of stepped in. And then eventually the bears won, the sellers won, and all the profits were basically realized from those crypto smart investors that are basically selling their bags to the bulls that are obviously accumulating throughout, you know, the bull market. Okay, so what's happened here is we've had US elections. We've run up that sort of 20x in the space of, what was it? Was it 12 days? We've penetrated through the ceiling. So this is exactly what's happened. But you know what? The bulls and the bears are having a tussle, so it's literally 50-50 now. Now, at the moment, the bulls are winning ever so slightly, so they've got the edge in my view. So this is, look at this, if I actually scroll into this white line now, there or thereabouts, these are daily candles now. it's gonna, you know what, something's got to give. And you know what, we're in a bull market, aren't we, guys? Yeah, it's obvious. The alt season has been delayed. It was supposed to start in January, historically, from the previous two from not the super cycles, but the previous two cycles, if you believe in the Bitcoin 4-year cycle. So 18 months after the Bitcoin cycle, you usually reach the peak. That's what's happened in the previous sort of two cycles. Yeah, so over 8 years worth of data now that's happened, and then altcoins get going a little bit later on in the cycle. Okay, but for me, this is a bullish structure. So this is what's telling me the bulls are going to win now. So obviously there is a lot of tussling going on between buyers and sellers now. So as soon as that sort of shift, that paradigm has decided who's going to win, is it going to be the birds? Is it going to be the bulls? Obviously, I'm bullish at this point. If the bulls win, we're going to absolutely explode to the upside. And this is exactly what's happening because, again, I've shown you guys this. This is, for me, this could arguably be a sort of bull flag, and it could also be some sort of megaphone structure as well. So the fact that we're actually trading above this, you could argue something along these lines. Many ways to slice and dice it. You could see XN get a little bit of a drawback down here. Yeah, somewhere around here, get filled at about 1 cent 4, 1 cent 5 maybe, and then you get that sort of bounce there. Either way, even if XN goes down, I can't see us falling down that much. It will just be a simple retest of this sort of red trend line where the sort of price is interacting with sort of that bullish structure in the bull pennant that I was showing you earlier on in the video. Anyway, guys, I hope you're still following. So that is XCN right there. Let's get a quick sort of confluential check of this correlated asset being Swift. So very similar in sort of nature. So you've got this bull pennant again, which is exactly what XCN's done. And then on the daily, we broke out early. We're coming back down now to retest this apex now. So we could be looking into sort of Friday, Saturday, Sunday before we see some sort of bounce out of this apex. So then I'd imagine going into next week, we can really start going in that sort of next leg up for Swift, and XCN will obviously take place. Okay, hopefully, fingers crossed, everything happens a little bit sooner. But do you know what? You need to set yourself real expectations. If it doesn't do anything this week, continue hodling. Remember what you own. This thing is going to do some absolute numbers. Now, before I go, what I want to highlight is obviously this is risky Scott stuff. So we're not on XCM right now. This is Swiftcoin now. I need to play devil's advocate, yeah, because crypto can go either way. Now, the only thing that I'm picking up that I'm a little bit hesitant about is the fact that Swiftcoin is printing a head and shoulder pattern. Okay, so you can see here, you got the left shoulder, right head, shoulder, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. So this is what's sort of playing out here, potentially for Swiftcoin, yeah. Now, this is what the markets do. They instill fear, so then you are less likely to take a risk. Yeah, sometimes it's almost bad knowing technical analysis because you see sort of caution signs and warning signs which kind of sort of hold you back from taking a trade. Yeah, but for me, I believe this is going to invalidate this sort of bullish pattern here. We need an invalidation now, so we do need that touch of the apex there. Come down, touch the apex, and we need a big up thrust to invalidate that head and shoulder pattern for Swiftcoin. Okay, XCN is looking more bullish than Swift, in my opinion, but I do believe, with Ethereum moving now, the signal is we're going into a bull territory now. This is where altcoin season really picks up, guys. So just hodl the bag for me at this stage. I wouldn't be selling any crypto because you know what, crypto is already discounted at these prices. Okay, and we still have to get up to these sort of US election highs, which is going to come eventually anyway, guys. So yeah. Take it with a pinch of salt. If there's any drawbacks, any pullbacks, take it as an advantage to dollar cost average into the market. But yeah, make sure to click the link down in the description, what.com/the block bulls. We'll get you in there. We've got all the price targets as well. We've actually got a new crypto. Again, one of the Discord members has suggested it. So he's looking at a 450x. We're looking at a 2x by this sort of weekend. If things go too well, it's all playing out remarkably well on a smaller time frame. So, exciting times for the Block Bulls over in the Discord, guys. Anyhow, take it easy. I've been a Block Bull. Until next time, the Block Bull is over and out.